Here are the news from the Malay Mail. um, don't just scrap. You use UCA. Use it to reshape Malaysian University. Malaysian University said UTM Vice Chancellor. The repeal of the University and University College Act 1971 should not be seen as just the end of the law, but rather an opportunity to rebuild the country's higher education system that is more mature, inclusive and forward-looking. The UTM Vice Chancellor said the changes needed to be supported by a legal framework that could nurture knowledge, intellectual courage and creativity in line with technology, economical and geopolitical changes. This is to implement the transformation in comprehensive and responsible manners. And today's university are not just a place to impart knowledge, but also arenas for creating solutions, building ideas, and developing citizens who are able to think independently and act ethically. Therefore, a higher education legislation must evolve in line with changing times without neglecting institutional stability and public interest. Said institutional autonomy should be the basis for the reform, with university given sufficient space to determine academic priorities, strengthen research, develop talent and build strategic collaboration based on their respective strengths. However, the autonomy is not limited by freedom, but rather than to move in line with accountability, transparency, integrity and social responsibility. Academic freedom needs to be strengthened as the heart of the credible university, with academic and student given space to explore difficult questions, present evidence-based view and disagree in a civilized manner. However, this freedom requires intellectual discipline. Argument must support by facts. Research must be ethical, and discourse cannot be used as an excuse to spread extremist view or denigrate human dignity. So the new higher education legal framework also needs to recognize the diversity of institutional including university college and technical focused institution and private education provider that have different mandates and challenges. So a progressive and strategic step toward transforming the country higher education to remain relevant and globally competitive. It said the initiative will not strengthen the institutional autonomy, academic freedom and student voice, but also safeguard university governance and accountability. Here UPNM intends to contribute constructive view as well as academic expertise and strategic legal input to support the development of a new legal framework that is inclusive, robust and holistic.